Good morning from Sweden. I hope you're all well. So I am here for today's reading, I Ching reading, energy reading, so we know what the energies look like today and then get some guidance on how to navigate this best. So if you're feeling like you're getting something out of these readings, please like and subscribe, and then maybe we can get more people who might get some benefit from these readings as well. Okay. So we start as usual by grounding ourselves and emptying out old stagnant energy and air and thoughts. Okay, so we start by rooting ourselves down, feet flat on the floor, or if you're sitting cross-legged, just make sure your seat is rooted to the surface below you. So start by emptying your lungs and then breathe in through your nose into your stomach, filling your lungs all the way to the top, and then breathe out through a pinhole through your lips, releasing old stagnant energy, air, oxygen, thoughts, and then breathe in through your nose, breathing in fresh chi, fresh air, fresh energy, and breathe out through a pinhole through your lips. And one last breath, bringing you into this present moment, releasing what no longer serves. So I'm going to start by shuffling the coins. So we're going to look at the first. We're starting with the lower part of the hexagram, the inner gua. So how does this hexagram want to move me today? What are the energies like, and how do we best navigate them today? So I think we've got heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake. So we got mountain, and it looks like this. That's at the lower gua, and again, and then we're going to do the outer gua. How does this hexagram want to move me today? And how do the energies look like today, and how do we best navigate them, please? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake. And we have thunder. So thunder, which is this one. And then thunder is the opposite. It looks like this, opposite of the other one, of the Ghent mountain. Oops. There we go. And now we're going to find the changing line as well. So I'm just going to put these two coins away. And how? Where are we in which position of this hexagram, and the sequence of this hexagram, and what is changing? First 6, second 6, third 9, fourth 9, 56. And then it's the top. So let's put it across. That one is changing into a young line. So we got at the top we have thunder. So thunder over mountain. So we've got something, the mountain is very steady. It's like very steady, but thunder, it makes everything shake. So we've got like a thunderous clouds, thunder gathering above a mountain. So it's stability, yet there is outer is full of activity, okay? So, and it's changing into, that's changing to a young line. So we've got Lee, fire, and then so fire over mountain. So Lee again. So the outer, the inner is quite stable. The outer, there's a lot going on. Okay, quite tumultuous or active, I must say. It's a better word. So let's have a look at the which one we've got here. So we've got thunder above mountain. So thunder above mountain, 62. Okay. And then we've got fire above mountain, which is 56. So 62 is little exceeding. And 56 is traveling. Same thing, yeah, speaking about traveling, making a movement. And we had this the other day as well, as changing into. So let's have a look at little exceeding. So here we've got at the upper part of this ideograph, we've got 3 lines. So it's 1 line separating 2 lines, right? So this is little, it's dividing up, okay? So it symbolizes little. So it means when you divide something, you get smaller parts, right? And here, I think there's a, it's a mouth in a house. I'm not quite sure about that one. So it's a person in, let me see. There are 3 strokes, 1 curve to the left. Okay, it symbolizes an act of dividing. The second ideograph, go, consists of 2 parts, 3 curved strokes at the top left represent 3 footprints going forward. There we go. 3 footprints going forward. Underneath the ideograph is C, which means stop. On the right is the ideograph of pourquoi. Its function is to provide the sound of the character. It resembles the side view of a cross-section of a house. 2 pillars stand on each side and the beam sits on the pillars. Underneath the beam is a tiny square representing a mouth, symbolizing a person. A person pictured underneath the beam, and between the pillars shows that the structure of a house. Above the beam is an extra structure that gives the beam an extra load, symbolizing exceeding. And this is interesting. This hexagram is symbolizing a bird as well. So you've got 2 wings, and there's the body in the middle, and there's the wings on the side. And I'm thinking a bird travels quite a bit, right? It flies. Many birds fly south in the summer and north in the winter. No, south in the winter, north in the summer. Traveling quite a bit, the flying. So we're moving into traveling as well. So this is going to be really quite interesting. So this means, so it's exceeding little. Okay, so the flying bird leaves a message. Not appropriate to ascend, appropriate to descend. Great good fortune. Okay, so there's not a good time. Apparently the bird is represents a cock or a hen, and they don't fly very well, right? They can just flap upwards a little bit, but they can't fly very far. Now let's see. Yeah, so at the moment it's no great movement, okay? Little exceeding, so it's still exceeding, right? But it's little, so everything is quite small, and everything you should do at the moment is quite small step. And then don't take any great big leap, don't fly up high, don't do anything very fast, just consider every step. But you are making progress, okay? You are to make progress, okay? Decision, little exceeding, prosperous and smooth. Favorable to be steadfast and upright. Little affairs can be done, not great affairs. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So yes, just small step, remain, small steps will bring great fortune, right? Remain you, truthfully you, and move forward with determination, but small step. So little affairs can be done. So just small things, right? Not great affairs. So this is not a time to make a great movement, right? This is preparing time. Is still preparing for the next movement. I think yesterday, did we have watching, or was it the day before? But it's been a lot lately. If you look at the energy flowing throughout these last few weeks, it's been cutting away the old, really cutting away the old, being on the cusp of a great change, right? So it's been quite tumultuous. And then it's also, we've got the message of nourishing ourselves, because it's changing into going from one, leaving the old behind and going into the new is quite draining. And it's also, and can be, in the beginning we don't really see clearly because we're heading into the unknown. So it's been the message of watching, really to see for true, what is really true, and see really to plan out our next step. And this continues here. However, it's actually speaking about starting to make movement forward. Okay, so we're seeing the change now. It's actually getting the advice, yes, time to start making steps forward, but just small ones. Okay, nothing great. Don't throw yourself into something new. Don't make any rash decisions. Okay, so it's good. It will be good if we consider and then take small steps. Then it all will be well. A flying bird leaves a message, not appropriate to ascend, appropriate to descend, great good fortune. Yeah. Let's let's read this one. It's a little bit more detailed. Little exceeding. The little one exceed and proceed. Favorable to be steadfast and upright, and to act in accord with time. So when the time is right, we make little steps, okay? The yielding attain the central places. So we have yielding in the central places. There is good fortune in dealing with small affairs. The solids are neither central nor correct. Great affairs should not be dealt with. Okay, so small steps. Small. Put your house in order, essentially. Make your plan. Make little movements forward in the direction you wish to go. So little steps will actually accumulate, and they will actually bring you forward slowly. Sometimes it's difficult. We've been asked lately to cut away the old, but also to have patience with ourselves and with the process as well. And this continues. So, but now we are moving forward. We are taking steps, but cautiously. Okay, small steps, nothing big. There is an image of a flying bird. The flying bird leaves a message. Not appropriate to ascend, appropriate to descend, great good fortune. To ascend is contrary to the situation. To descend is accord with the time. So yeah, timing is of essence. Small steps take small steps forward. Okay, so we're moving now, at least finally. Okay. Commentary on the symbol: thunder above mountain, an image of little exceeding. In correspondence with this, the superior person weighs the pros and cons of his conduct. Excessive humility is better than excessive arrogance in behavior. Excessive sorrow is better than excessive expense in a funeral. Excessive frugality is better than excessive luxury in spending. Actually, this is speaking about being truthfully you. Don't be on the... It's not surface level, the depth, okay? Because if you're being arrogant, you're not being a very pleasant person, okay? And you're going to miss a lot. So humility is better than that. As I have to spend a lot of money on a funeral if you lose a loved one, well, that's just showing something. It's just the exterior. But if to truly grieve, that is what's truth. Full, okay? Excessive frugality is better than excessive luxury in spending. All these on this side here, cons, it's about your conduct, okay? We're not making anything big. We're not being show-offs. We're being true. We're being true to who we are, okay? We don't have to show who we are. We don't have to present ourselves to the world currently. This Gua is talking about these no big movements, and don't show yourself me. Don't be arrogant. Don't put out a performance out there, right? Be truthfully you. Just sincerity is very important. Okay, so and small steps. So sincerity, small steps, no great big show. Just move forward in your own time. Timing is of essence, okay? So which is the changing line, which is the top. 6, not meeting, going too far. A flying bird falls upon a calamity, misfortune. This is what is called calamity and trouble. Not meeting, going too far. He is too haughty. Okay, so we might miss, if we're moving forward too fast, right? Here we might miss what's important and go past it. Might completely miss it, okay? So this is definitely not a time to make any great movement, okay? Because we will miss what is important, okay? So let's read the whole thing. The top line and the bottom lines are 2 wings of the bird. They are both yin. Both of them want to fly to reach what is beyond their grasp. However, the bottom line is weak. If it does not use restraint, there will be misfortune. This line at the top of the Gua, it already reaches the extreme of self-knowledge and restraint. She brings the misfortune on her... hang on. It already reaches the extreme of little exceeding without obstruction. There is misfortune. From a lack of self-knowledge and restraint, she brings the misfortune on herself. This is yes. So if we make too big a movement, because it's not coming from knowledge, right? We haven't assessed the situation. We're not taking small steps. So small steps are very good because you take a little step and then you assess. And then you take a little step and then you assess. If you just rush forward, then you're going to miss very important things because you don't see them, because it's just too much. So you're going to miss what it says here. Miss the meeting. Not meeting, going too far. From the insight that the Yao text of the 5th line of this Gua repeats the decision of little accumulation. Speaking about clouds condense, yet no rain at my west side. So we're still being asked to be patient. Do not rush forward at this point. So little steps, but I don't have to repeat that. I've said that. Okay, so rushing forward will not be good. Okay, but we're in the element of wood, which is wood. And yep, so that's great. Wood again. Yesterday we had water again, which is more withdrawal. Let's have a look at traveling again. 56. Just a quick revisit. Traveling. I think that might be an arrow. Let's have a look. The wanderer. An act of moving. As an image of an army chasing its enemy to express traveling. The left half of the ideograph is an ancient character found during the beginning of the Zulu. So, yeah, so this is actually of a army moving forward. So this is traveling. So we're moving forward. Traveling, little prosperity and smoothness. Traveler, being steadfast and upright, good fortune. And here is speaking about timing as well. So commentary, traveling, little prosperity or smoothness. The yielding is central in the outer. It follows the solids. Keeping still and clinging to the brilliance. So the brilliance is fire above, right? There is chance for a little prosperity and smoothness. So it's still speaking about, although this is about traveling, we need to move forward, actually. I'd read a line here, says, staying at the old place and moving with the old pace is only to stagnate. Thus, abundance and traveling are opposite in content, but still complementary. So now is the time to travel, but moving forward wisely, okay? And keeping still and clinging to the brilliance, there's still a chance. Traveler, being steadfast and upright, good fortune. The time and significance of traveling is truly great. So it's, yeah, we need to move out of the old stale situation. Even the commentary on the symbol is speaking about this. Fire on the mountain, an image of traveling. In correspondence with this, the superior person is prudent and precise in punishment and does not lengthen the period of imprisonment. We're not staying here, okay? Yeah, so it's time for movement, but we need to move slowly. We're not rushing. Forward in any way. But we are moving, okay? So we are now coming into movement, which is really interesting because everything has been quite still. But we're moving forward with listening to our wisdom, okay? And taking a step, definitely taking a step, assess. Is this a good direction? Taking a step, assess. Is this a good direction? Okay. So, and the element is fire. So that's the reading for today. So the guidance we got today is that yes, we are starting to move forward, but take in little steps, okay? But we don't want to remain in the old stagnant. This is really time to move forward. But take one step at a time, small steps, one step, assess, one step, assess. So we're moving forward with wisdom and really looking at each situation, every step, and seeing which direction is the best. Okay, so thank you. That was the reading for today, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day ahead.